A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Thunder making a quick stop here in front of their home crowd of Oklahoma City. Just one game before heading back out on the road. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
Yeah, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. You know, they've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
We love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80–90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start, and then also they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Miller is out there with Anthony Davis, and it's Okafor in at the center position. Now here's Moore, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Davis sets a screen. Down low, got a piece of it. Here's Miller. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Westbrook with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he knocks down the first one. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Steve, the Pelicans, a team that plays a very high-paced style under coach Alvin Gentry. Tops, in fact, in the NBA.
Kevin, as a player, you love playing in that kind of system. You know you're going to get plenty of chances and touches whenever you're on the floor. Pelicans have the personnel to make it work and play at a high-paced style game as well. And you see the coach saying, no, no, no. Then yes, yes, yes.
Davis against Patterson. Tipped away. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Playing inside out, AD is the guy to do it with. Tremendous accuracy in the paint.
Here's Westbrook. And Okafor with the block. And they get it back. And he recovers it. Miller with the ball. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
It's a thing of beauty watching an athlete that graceful, but that powerful.
And Roberson kicks to George. Over Miller. George, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Moore outside. Davis, the pass to Miller. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Roberson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Passes it to Miller. Over George. Here's Moore. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Moore's got his first 2 points. Thunder trailing by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Thunder with another miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And
nice little run here.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end. All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Anthony Davis. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 28 points per clip last year, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Here's New Orleans. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
And he makes both free throws. And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
Now here's Okafor. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Not a lot of forwards in the league are as comfortable from range as Patterson is.
Miller outside. Moore in the corner. Pick by Okafor. Outside Holiday. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Patterson kicks to George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And the first one at the line is good. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were 3rd in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
And he can't hit the second. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Washington Wizards. Miller kicks to Moore. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
The defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Here's Adams. No good. Shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way. Moore outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. Okafor with the screen on Westbrook. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Last season, he played outstanding. 16th in assists. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And Okafor with the block. And he gets it back.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Throw good, Adams.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. New Orleans leading by 4. Outside Holiday. Pass to Okafor. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the Pelicans miss again. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Now Davis. After Westbrook's missed 3. Pass to George. So nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Adams with the screen on Holiday. Goes up with the stripe, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one is on Holiday.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
He misses the free throw. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
Westbrook with the block.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Adams. Mirajic grabs the miss.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Now, here is Mirotic. He picked up 12 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
And Randall throws it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. When you're evaluating players, Steve, as you often do, which mental qualities indicate a high probability, you think, of success?
You look at guys who can stay, I would say, locked in through adversity. You know, most of us are pretty good, you know, when there's no adversity, but the players that take it to another level, when you have things that are not going right, and they can stay mentally locked in through times when it's not going well.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Felton comes in for Roberson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. And it's Schroeder missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Outside, Felton. Ball's knocked loose. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Here's Mirotic. Here's Randall. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. Thunder trailing by 6. Grant outside. Takes it from 10. Got a piece of it. Here is Hill. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Randall, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them. He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Payton outside. Mirotic sets the screen for Payton. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league. It makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
The reason why their rotations were quick, they prevented easy shots and they kept their opponent out of rhythm.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
For New Orleans, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And E'Twaun Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. And the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
Well, Steve, E'Twaun Moore, a fantastic sharp-shooting wing for this team.
Yes, Moore hasn't always been a big shooter from deep. That part of his game has grown in the last few seasons. But as he's taken more threes, his overall shooting percentage has risen. That's something you just don't see.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And it's Schroeder missing.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Hill passes to Payton. Hill, a screen on Grant. And Mirotic kicks to Hill. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Hill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The pass to George. Over Hill. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Moore dishes to Payton. Randall right side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. More and more, Steve, the NBA becoming about two-way players. Who are some of your favorites that fit that mold?
I think option number 1 is LeBron James. He does an excellent job, and obviously because of the load he's been carrying, it's been more, I would say, sided offensively, but he's capable. Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Draymond Green doesn't score much on the offensive end, but you know he does a lot of things as far as passing the basketball, setting screens. So them are some of those guys. And Kevin Durant lately has become one of those guys that you can count on blocking shots.
Love all those examples. And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. And he's good on the second. Thunder trailing by 12. It's George on the wing. Goes up again. Excellent D there from Hill. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the inside. And he lays it straight in. Hill's got 5 now.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Now, here's George. Against Washington, he was really on his game. And it's sent back by Hill. From 15 feet away, no good from Moore. Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. George passes to Felton. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Outside Hill. Okafor sets the pick for Hill. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Felton against Moore. Schroeder, left side, over Payton, but he stays with it. Here's Okafor. Up in time. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Pelicans on top, up by 16. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what Mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who fail to block out.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Julius Randle is out there with Solomon Hill, and it's Okafor in at the 5 spot.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Schroeder against Payton. Up top, Randall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably #1 for me.
No kidding.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And Grant sends it back.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in. Dennis Schroeder is a player who's at his best going to the rim. Very athletic, can twist and contort his way to the paint. Good length with his frame to get shots up quickly.
Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Pelicans also making a change. Okafor is checked in for Julius Randle.
One shot, find the lanes.
That's good from Schroeder. Steve, with Schroeder, he is fearless when attacking the rim or attacking any defender.
And sometimes players who are that aggressive don't take care of the ball. That used to be the case with him, but he's worked on it. He's made a point to improve his turnover rate.
Now, here is Hill. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Okafor kicks to Payton. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning. He knew the D was breathing down his neck, but he still was able to successfully pull off the finger roll.
Pelicans leading by 10. Passes it to Okafor. Inside. The rebound by Patterson. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Grant outside. Over Hill, and that misses everything.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle.
Schroeder, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. New Orleans gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And it's Okafor off the drive. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Roberson comes in for Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. New Orleans also making some changes. Davis comes in for Okafor. And it's Darius Miller in for Hill. And it's Miller in the corner. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. New Orleans leading by 12. Payton outside, kicks it to Davis. Back to Payton. Davis against Patterson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Feeds to Schroeder. Here's Roberson. Here's Adams. Oklahoma City gets it back. That one falls.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now here's Okafor. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
New Orleans leading by 7. They set the pick. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Over Okafor. And Okafor with the block.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And Davis wide open. He shoots, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Screen by Adams. Patterson a screen on Holiday. Schroeder passes to Patterson. 6 to shoot. For the 3. He makes that one drop. Only his second in 5 tries.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
Here's Payton. Miller outside. Back to Payton. Poked away. Lock at 6. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Well, they knew they weren't just going to be given this game. They had to go out and take it, and they're close.
Now here's Payton. From 13 feet, it goes down. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 7 points.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Off the screen. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson so far in the game. The shot by Westbrook. That one wide left. Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Davis. He kicks it to Holiday. Westbrook against Payton. The pass to Miller. Pick by Okafor. Pass to Davis. And Roberson pulls it down. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now here's Payton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Westbrook passes to Schroeder. Patterson setting the pick for Schroeder. Patterson, the screen. Here's Roberson. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
Westbrook with the block. Patterson dishes to Schroeder, and he banks in the layup. Schroeder's got 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Davis setting the pick for Payton. Kicks to Davis. To halt the run. It's deflected.
Just a great job of timing on the block from Patterson.
Good work there as it goes.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
There's the screen. Pass to Adams. Schroeder up top, guarded by Holiday. From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Miller outside. Davis setting the pick for Miller. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. And the Pelicans lead by 2. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
And the Thunder making a switch here. George is checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Mirotic is checked in for Okafor, and it's Etuan Moore checking in for Payton. Outside, Davis. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. There's the dish to Robertson. Westbrook against Holiday. Westbrook, no good. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Spurs. Ball's knocked loose. Miller kicks to Mirotic. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist.
When Mirotic gets free beyond the arc, he is letting it fly. Just a knockdown shooter who loves stroking the 3-ball.
They need this. Here's George, and Miller with the block, and he's able to get it back.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Westbrook with the block. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel comes in for Patrick Patterson. That's Felton in for Andre Robertson. Julius Randle's checked in for New Orleans. Moore against Felton. And it's sent back by George.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Moore. Steven Adams making his last shot. On the wing, Davis. He's covered by Noel. The offensive rebound. Randle shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Randle's got 8 points.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. And Moore kicks to Holiday. Over Westbrook. Westbrook with the block. About 3 seconds between shot and game ball. No one near Felton as he lets it go. Off target with the open look.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
Outside, Davis. With 4 seconds on the clock. Up again. He shoots again. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Pelicans lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, to say their shots are not falling is an understatement. It's a miracle they're still in this game. They need to flip the switch big time in the second half, and that starts with more movement on offense. If you don't have a great look, find the open man, drive the ball, create an opportunity. Come on, basketball one-on-one.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Pelicans leading by 5. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Davis.
Very hard to move Patterson back with your body, which allows him to challenge every shot.
Robertson the pass to Westbrook. That shot off. Holiday with the defensive effort. Miller against George. Davis with a screen on George. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Outside for George. And stolen by Miller. To the paint. Here's Holiday. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. You don't see the finger roll that much anymore, but when you do, it's always a treat.
Thunder trailing by 7. Left side, Westbrook. Over Holiday. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And it's Davis missing.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Patterson can't get it to go.
Off target right now. 4 straight misses coming out of the half.
Now here is Miller. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Pelicans have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Thunder trailing by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Westbrook.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Dishes it to Miller. Patterson against Davis. And they double up Davis. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. Holiday dishes to Moore. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Okafor. Back to Holiday. Tries a 3. The shot misses. Good D by Westbrook. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Patterson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson. And Patterson drops them both. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. And here's Holiday. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Okafor kicks to Davis. 6 to shoot. Davis sets a screen. Off the pick, Holiday shoots. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Roberson over Moore. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Moore. And it's an 8-point New Orleans lead.
He's in that AD rhythm. Defensively, you need to try and deny him the ball. He's too hot.
Here's Westbrook. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Pelicans also changing it up. Okafor comes in for Okafor, and it's Hill in for Miller. Hill passes to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Clock at 6, and Holiday kicks to Moore. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Westbrook. He's got 12. Grant outside. kept alive. Adams lets it go with the three. And Russell Westbrook with the three. Westbrook's got 15 points.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Here's Holiday following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Back to Holiday, stolen by George. Roberson the pass to Grant. It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. And Hill throws it down.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Davis.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Sometimes you want to send a message, and a message was sent. What a dunk.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Roberson. And New Orleans also making a change. Payton's checked in. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. New Orleans leading by 4. Outside Hill. Back to Payton. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. He drains the quick shot. Westbrook's got 22 points.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pick by Okafor. Moore passes to Okafor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Anthony Davis, number 1.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
That free throw, no good. Mirotic is checked in for Solomon Hill. And he sinks the second. Here's Schroeder. He's got 7. Pass to Noel. There's a screen by Noel. Back to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 17 now, just in the second half.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Payton with a screen on George. Picked by Okafor. Mirotic dishes to Davis. From 8. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got his 5th rebound in this one. Grant the pass to Schroeder. And no good that time. Payton with some nice D. Davis against Grant. Davis sets a screen. Here's Mirotic. Excellent D there from George. Thunder trailing by 3. And it's George finishing it off.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Payton. Now here's Okafor. Moore right side. Westbrook with the steal. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's Payton. And it's Davis at the elbow. Free throw line jump shot. Bucket is good. Davis has got 22 points.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in steals and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Felton's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Julius Randle's checked in for Davis. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Pelicans with possession here. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Mirotic passes to Randle. Okafor sets the pick for Randle. Here's Payton. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Payton kicks to Randle. Paul George with the steal. Outside, Felton. Noel sets a screen for Felton. Outside, Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Mirotic. They grab their own miss. Pelicans trail by 3. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Mirotic has got 6 points.
And especially for a big man, the spot of attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor's checked in for Okafor, and Miller's subbed in for Ejuan Moore. .146 left to play in the third.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Here's Okafor, and the rejection by Noel. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Felton leading the charge, and George with the stuff.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Now here's Payton. He dishes it to Mirotic. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Oklahoma City.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
No good from Payton.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
There's a screen by Noel. A drive by Schroeder. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is playing the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for New Orleans. Schroeder hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Mirotic, a screen on Schroeder. Outside Mirotic. Okafor with the screen on George. Mirotic. The rebound by Patterson. George with no one around. Oklahoma City the rebound.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Randall. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
And once he sets up that low, you really have to work to root him off the block.
Yeah, he has the grit to dig in and the skill to counter if you try to get physical with him.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. So for New Orleans right now, Julius Randle is out there with Jahlil Okafor. Then there's Mirotic. Then it's Miller, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Here's Patterson. But they recover it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more. You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder.
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good. The Pelicans trail. Here's Miller. Another one falls for New Orleans. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Patterson kicks to Adams. Patterson, the screen. Adams dishes to Schroeder. Here's the lob to Adams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Outside Mirotic. Passes to Okafor. And here's Holiday. Tries a three. And the call will be against Darius Miller. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson's checked in. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Patterson with it. Now defended by Randall. Holiday against Adams. Okafor with the steal. It's a hand on it. Here's Randall. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. We had a nice open look right there. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's George, and Mirotic sends it back. Randall passes to Holiday. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
That's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Has the skill and strength to challenge you inside.
Outside for Felton. Patterson, the screen. Out to the right wing. No good on the three.
He just can't get it cranked up and beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
Thunder trailing by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Randall passes to Mirotic. Off target from the wing.
I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Holiday against Felton. Over Felton. It's tipped. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Fires it up. The shot, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Okafor. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
George against Mirotic. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from George.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called. Dangerous score down the stretch.
He kicks it to Felton. Back to George. Four on the clock for Oklahoma City. They've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Felton against Holiday. Shoots off the screen. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Randall. Adams brings the double team. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Certainly capable from distance. Defenses no longer dare Holiday to shoot from out there.
In the corner, George with it. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pelicans leading by 8. Deflects the pass. Holiday. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And the shot is long. Here's Oklahoma City. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing as well at the defensive end. You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Back to Okafor. Clock at 6. Top of the key, Holiday. They get it again.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Patterson with it. There's the pass to Felton. Back to Patterson. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Russell Westbrook in for Raymond Felton. Morris checked in for New Orleans. Free throw good, Adams.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And here is Moore. Shoots over Patterson. The Thunder pull it in. Roberson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Patterson passes to Roberson. Back to Patterson. Holiday against Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pelicans leading by 4. Down low. Randall no good. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Puts up a 3. Westbrook no good. New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And it's Okafor missing. George against Miller. George passes to Adams. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Well, for New Orleans, shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Picked by Okafor. And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Over Adams. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Roberson gets the bucket.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Randall is screen on Westbrook. The feed now to Randall. Back to Holiday. Over Westbrook. Moves back up. Moore with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Great resolve. You feel comfortable going to Moore in big moments.
Goes up off the pick. Here's George. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Flat out effort play right there. The kind that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
Two shots, gentlemen.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
To take the lead. Adams trying to free himself up. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
One shot, gentlemen.
They throw good. Paul George.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
There's the pick. Miller, the pass to Holiday. Here's Randall. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Thunder with the lead. And Roberson kicks to George. Off target from outside.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Westbrook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Shoot two.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
And Holiday kicks to Randall. And stolen by Patterson. Pass to Westbrook. Over Holiday. Wow, way off on that one. Pelicans trail by 4. Okafor with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Pass to Holiday. Randall against Patterson. The kick out to Holiday. Pick by Okafor from beyond the arc. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the board.
That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
There is no noise in the stands right now.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 1. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 1. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
$15 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And Holiday kicks to Okafor. It's off.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
We continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.